we are continuing with the lesson immune system. As earlier, I have told you in the previous lessons that we have external and internal defenses. When I talk about external defenses, what is outside your body? Like example, your skin, your tears, the sticky mucus in the nose, which help us to prevent from these bacteria and viruses. The hair on the skin. So that's what they're saying, that when we talk about external, it comes hair, skin, your tears, okay, but when we speak about internal, inside my body, there are white blood cells which are continuously fighting. Especially when I'm sick, what happens? I get fever. Why? Because when I get fever, I have more white blood cells, and your doctor writes for you tahleel, CBC test, because he wants to see whether you have WBC very high. If the WBC is very high, that means you have infection there. Okay, so that's the reason our internal defenses, what are fighting inside, that are white blood cells, organs, such as thymus, tonsils, spleen, bone marrow, lymph nodes. Girls, you need to know the names of them, or such as thymus, tonsils, spleen, bone marrow, and lymph nodes. Let us continue.
There are pathogens in different places all around you that can make you sick. Fortunately, your body has several external defenses that help protect you from many of these pathogens. Click each image to learn more about what a pathogen is and what your external defenses are.
We have studied about pathogen, girls. What are pathogens? When I talk about pathogens, that means simple bacteria or microorganism. Anything which is affecting your body or which is causing a disease, that is
pathogen.
Pathogen. That is called as a pathogen. Yes?
Pathogen is good or no?
Pathogen is not good. I told you that all bacteria and microorganisms are not harmful. Some of them that cause a disease, those microorganisms or those bacteria or those viruses that cause disease are called as pathogens.
Pathogens include living organisms such as bacteria, fungi, and parasites. Viruses are pathogens that are non-cellular particles that depend on living things to reproduce. Tears and saliva are fluids that help remove pathogens before they enter the body. The skin is an external defense that provides a barrier to keep pathogens out. Your body is constantly losing and replacing skin cells. In the process, pathogens are being removed too.
So girls, these all are external defenses. When we say tears and saliva, your skin, your mucous membrane, this is from inside. But when I say about tears and saliva and I say skin, these two come under external defenses. Lastly, we'll see about internal defenses. What are internal?
If pathogens do manage to enter your body, the next line of defenses are internal defenses.
Imagine
click each image to learn more about how.
When something entered into your body from your mouth or from your nose or from anywhere, and then your body from the outside, from external defenses, couldn't fight with it. So now it is ready to fight from inside. What happens afterwards?
How internal defenses work.
One by one. Let us see one by one.
An antigen is a foreign material, a material that is not part of your body. Many, but not all, antigens are proteins. Some are toxins secreted or released by pathogens such as bacteria. Antigens can trigger and activate an immune response. Inflammation and fever are internal defenses. Inflammation involves swelling and redness caused by increased blood flow to an injured area, like a cut to the skin. Cell pieces, called platelets, help seal the open wound. Fever, as you may know, is an elevation in body temperature, which makes your body an inhospitable place for some pathogens to survive.
Before I go, I must when I say the word inflammation, that means you have redness of your body. Redness in your body anywhere is called as inflammation. And fever. This is a sign that now my body has started to fight with microorganisms. These two things give a sign that my internal defenses are ready to fight with those bacteria or viruses, whatever entered in my body. Next is the white blood cell.
White blood cells are involved in the body's internal immune response. Different types of white blood cells can attack pathogens either directly or indirectly. The immune system consists mainly of 3 types of white blood cells: macrophages, T cells, and B cells.
Next, we have macrophage. So I told you white blood cells, that white blood cells are present in bloods like red blood cells, but these are responsible to fight with microorganisms. So next we have about macrophage.
The type of white blood cells called macrophages patrol your body's tissues for antigens. When they encounter a pathogen, a macrophage can attack and destroy it directly by engulfing and digesting the pathogen. When the macrophage encounters an antigen, the macrophage triggers the immune response. T cells are white blood cells that coordinate the body's immune response. T cells recognize antigens using antigen receptor proteins on their surface. T cells, called killer T cells, can attack and destroy infected body cells directly by attaching to specific antigens. Other T cells, called helper T cells, activate B cells and the killer T cells.
Just I will be explaining you this in this detail.
Immune response.
So
T cells recognize
we have white blood cells. In white blood cells, we have 3 kinds. We have B cell, we have T cell, and we have macrophage. This is white blood cells have these 3 kind of things. Where T cells is actually, what is the job of T cell? To recognize what kind of antigen receptor proteins on the surface, yani which kind of medicine I need to heal this type of virus. This is actually recognizing the antigen using antigen receptor proteins on the surface. They have some antigen on the surface. With that, they recognize that which kind of virus is coming and attacking on the cell. This is called a T cell. Okay?
T cells are white blood cells that coordinate the body's immune response. T cells recognize antigens using antigen receptor proteins on their surface. T cells, called killer T cells, can attack and destroy infected body cells directly by attaching to specific antigens.
So what do T cells do once again? What do T cells do?
T cells are white blood cells that coordinate the body's immune response. T cells recognize antigens using antigen receptor proteins on
First thing, they recognize
their surface.
And then second thing, they are also called as killer T cell because they are responsible to kill. Like example, I am after 14 days, what virus had entered in my body, the coronavirus maybe. So what happens? This T cell can attack and destroy the infected body cells directly by attaching. Because of this coronavirus, in my body, there were few cells which got destroyed, maybe in my lungs, maybe while some of them they got destroyed. So this T cell, they can attack and that destroy the infected body cell by attaching to the specific antigens. They go and attach and they destroy them also because we no more need the bad cell inside my body.
T cells are white blood cells that coordinate the body's immune response. T cells recognize antigens using antigen receptor proteins on their surface. T cells called killer T cells can attack and destroy infected body cells directly by attaching to specific antigens. Other T cells, called helper T cells, activate B cells and the killer T cells.
Yes, these T cells, they are called as helper cells and they activate the other B cells. After these T cells, they do their work of attacking those kind of cells which were destroyed in my body because of virus. They activate, now the B cell comes start and they kill this and the killer T cells. They activate both. They activate the B cells and the killer T cells. Now again, girls, this white blood cell is there to destroy they are killing the organisms or bacteria or viruses that enter my body. They are divided into T cell, B cell, and macrophage. The main important one is T cell because it destroys the cell. It destroys the cell. Which kind of cell it destroys? It destroys the cell which had entered in my body and got infected. It destroyed the virus which affected my cells, which destroyed my cells. So it tried to remove or kill the destroyed cell. And then they activate the B cell and also the killer T cells.
An antigen is a foreign material, a material that is not part of your body. Many but not all antigens are proteins. Some are toxins secreted or released by pathogens such as bacteria. Antigens can trigger and activate an immune response.
So see, while the virus has entered in my body, there is something that virus released in my body. What was that? That was called as antigen. So this antigen is actually triggering. You know what is the meaning of trigger? When, like example, if I shoot, so I have to trigger before I shoot. So these antigens can trigger and they activate an immune response. Because of this, when they enter, they give you the fever, because of the immune response, they disturb our immunity. Again and again, I'm playing this so that you understand, girls.
An antigen is a foreign material, a material that is not part of your body. Many but not all antigens are proteins. Some are toxins secreted or released by pathogens such as bacteria. Antigens can trigger and activate an immune response.
So lastly, you know that we get inflammation and fever after that. Okay, this is the last. First, the white blood cells start working, and then from macrophage, then T cell, then B cell, then they explain about antigen, and here they have told you how the inflammation.
Inflammation and fever are internal defenses.
So you know that the inflammation and fever are internal defenses. When I talk about external defenses, you very well know that I'm talking about sweat, your hair, okay, your mucus coming out from the nose. All these are external defenses which protects my body to fight with the microorganisms or do not let them enter into my body. Is it clear till here?
Yeah.
Which are the body's internal defenses? Which are external defenses?
Because I have already done with grade 7 the same lesson. So it's already been, but take a picture. It's a very, very important thing to know that skin, tears, mucous membrane, and saliva is the external defenses. Macrophages, B cells, white blood cells, and T cells are all internal defenses, girls. Take a picture. Last
To the correct location.
It's already been dragged. Skin and tears, mucous membrane, saliva. These all come under internal. And when I talk about external, we have macrophage, B cell, white blood cells, and T cells.
Can you match the words to their correct definition? Drag the words to their correct.
I will try that if I can open with the other one. Just a moment, girls. Give me 1 minute. Out one by one. Macrophage, please read it out, Fatin, and then Malak, and one by one. Come on, macrophages.
White blood cells that destroy pathogen by engulfing and digesting them.
You must remember this word, engulfing and digesting them. When I talk about antigen, Malak, what is antigen?
It's the foreign material or pathogen in the body that stimulates an immune system response.
Okay. Ghalia, read the V cells. B cells?
Yeah, miss.
Read about B cells. B cells, what is given on the
B cells, white blood cells that make antibodies that attach to specific antigens.
antigens. White blood cells that coordinate the body. Is Lean there? Lean, please read out T cells. White blood cells that coordinate the body's immune system and attack infected body cells. I told you when T cells, remember the word T is for attack, ATT. And B is for attach. This is attack and this is attach. Okay? That's the main difference.
A vaccine is a substance prepared from
Now, everyone know vaccine. Last year when I used to ask my students, do you know what is a vaccine? They said no. But you know, right? Because you are going through the stage when you have corona vaccine now available, right?
Yeah.
So what are
Yeah.
you taking, girls? Are you all taking vaccine? Your parents?
My dad took.
Your dad already took the first dose, right? Not the second dose yet.
No, the second. Yeah, the second too.
He took the second too, mashallah. Because your dad, I think he's in ministry, right?
Yeah, and he took the second one. I think it's
Miss, my
Pfizer.
dad took it too.
What? Second one is what?
Pfizer.
I did not get you, Yavatin. Again?
The second.
Uh-huh. And Malak, how about your parents?
Yeah, my dad took it.
Okay. So what is a vaccine? Say me something about vaccine. What you know now about vaccine?
That before I think I didn't know what is a
Understand.
vaccine mean.
Yeah, but now you know it.
Now I know.
Tell me.
It's like
Like a
when you
needle?
have a virus or anything, and even when you get like born, you take vaccines
See,
till
now
you're.
see, for you, you know that vaccine is a needle. But see, vaccine, as a pharmacist also, I can explain you very, very well. Listen, girls, you will never forget in your life. Like example, corona vaccine is made from coronavirus. They take the coronavirus, the killed virus, and they make corona to enter my body from before. But this is a weak corona, not a strong corona what we get from somebody else, because it is a very weak corona that enters into my body and make my body.
So it infects people?
Listen to me. When this corona comes into my body, this corona, it is not making me die. It is not making me thick so much. Yeah, I will get little bit of fever, or maybe your father will say that I have my, my hand pain.
Miss, if you take the vaccine and you like stay next to somebody, will you get coronavirus if you don't?
See. That corona is the weak corona which doesn't go to anybody else. You understood?
So it's not infect. So
It is not the vaccine is not injection. It's a substance. A vaccine is a substance that enters my body to make my body used to corona. And when if suppose after 4 months I sit beside a corona patient, but that corona, if it enters in my body, it will happen nothing, because already the corona had entered inside me.
Yeah.
You know, like your mom takes a baby to a hospital to take some vaccination of 2 months, 8 months of hepatitis, of other things. Because of this, they give from before, so that even something enters, it will not affect the body. Did you get that?
Yeah, Miss,
Yes.
I get it. Yeah.
That a vaccine is a substance prepared from the killed or weakened bacteria, so that if in real the corona comes inside me, that must not affect my body. This is a
Yeah, so it's a weak corona, and if you sit beside somebody who took the vaccine of corona, you will
Yeah.
not get infected.
No, it's a weak corona.
Um,
Immunity is the ability to resist or recover from an infectious disease. There are 3 ways the body can build immunity. Immunity can be passed from a mother to her fetus. Immunity can result from the body being infected with a disease, or the body can build immunity from vaccination. Click the labels to learn more about building immunity from infection or you can also build immunity through vaccination. A vaccine is a substance prepared from a killed or weakened
But tomorrow I'm going to continue from the same page, okay?
Okay, Miss.
Okay, and have a nice day. Be on time tomorrow so that we start a very good vision. All right? Have a nice day.
All right.